Here is my 1981 BT Snoopy and the Woodstock telephone. There was also a Mickey Mouse telephone that was available at this same time. They were both part of the BT special telephone range because they were like novelty phones. But anyway, as you can see, it's in really good condition. It's a really nice, funky phone. It's a rotary phone, as you can see. That's cool. Always nice to have a rotary phone. And it has a Western Electric type handset. Some of these had a Statesman type handset as well, but this one has a Western Electric type. So, as you can see, Snoopy's quite white. When I first got this phone, the Snoopy figure was quite yellowed. So what I did was I disassembled it, took it off the base, and covered it in 12% hair peroxide and left it in the sun to bake. And basically what happens is it draws the brown tinging out of the plastic and into the peroxide, leaving the plastic white again, which it certainly has done, and it looks really good now. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. As you can see behind where his hand is, there's not much difference. Very slight, because it's never going to be perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. So anyway, you can angle his head wherever you want it to be. I like to have it like that because it makes it look like he's listening into the phone. There. So there's the Woodstock, and it just has a regular GPO type dial. I've covered up my number there because this is a personalised dial label. So the dial, I did oil the cogs and governor, so it sounds quite smooth now, as you can hear. It's got a plastic base, and even though this looks like wood, it is plastic. The base underneath is metal, and it has a trim phone ringer. As you can see, it's set on loud at the minute, but you can turn it down to the warble setting, which builds up from a soft to a loud setting. You've got soft, which is just like a quieter ring, and you can turn it off altogether. So just keep it on loud for now. Here's what it looks like from the back. Some nice detailing to Snoopy there. And it is a hardwired version, as you can see. I think they were all hardwired actually. I don't think they did them in modular, not in the UK anyway. The line cord's also hardwired. The handset curly cord isn't very long, but you know, never mind. So the line cord just has a regular BT plug on, as you can see. Because by 1981, the in phone, which is what that type of BT plug was known as back then, you could basically plug your phone in and unplug it wherever you went, because originally your telephone was wired straight into the wall and you couldn't unplug it. So when they introduced the BT plug in the early 80s, it was quite convenient. So this phone originally came with the BT plug, so it was already wired in that way, so I didn't have to convert it or anything, which is good. So here's the handset, there's the microphone, sorry, the receiver, excuse me, that's the receiver, that's the microphone or the transmitter. The caps do unscrew, so you can access the parts. So there you go. So that's the switch hook there, as you can see. Well, that's actually the lever for it. The switch hook's on the circuit board in the base, and this just runs a spring-loaded rod down into the base of the phone, which activates the switch hook. So I think that's all there is to show you, so I'll just dial out and then I'll ring it for you. There's a dial tone there. Set that down. There you go. Dials out fine. That was the BT Children in Need charity line there. So I'll ring it for you now and you can hear what the ringer sounds like. As I said, it's got a trim phone ringer, so it's not a authentic sounding bell, unfortunately, but that's the 80s for you. Everything's electronic-y in the 80s. Right, here goes. Call home.
Calling home.
I have to use Siri because it's my mum's iPhone. She's got a passcode lock. Got a nice ring to it, the trim phone ringer. It's a little bit muffled. That's off. So there you go. So there's the BT Snoopy and the Woodstock phone from 1981. Very nice novelty phone, and I shall be keeping onto it for a little while. I think it'd be probably quite desirable, perhaps, but who knows. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.